Welcome to On the Grow. I'm back home. I had a short trip um, to New Orleans for um, funerals for family, and I purchased a few things. Like I mentioned before, I'm originally from New Orleans and I live in California now, so there's a lot of stuff that we're used to that we can't get unless we order it online, and it's very expensive. So when we go down to New Orleans, whenever we go, or Louisiana, we pick up a few things that we definitely use, and it's some must-haves. Let's start with the red beans. So we have Camilla red kidney beans. We have Blue Runners red beans. Both are really good for making Creole red beans. I also like pinto beans. We cook those a lot, and we cook the Great Northern, which is white beans. So we cook a lot of those. If you're familiar with New Orleans, you know that a pot of beans on a Monday is the way to go. Um, I don't know why, it's just what we do. So, next, we have some seasonings. We have gumbo filet, of course, it's for our gumbo, and we all know that the holiday season is approaching. So, definitely need that. I mean, you could find filet here in California, but it's not as easy as finding it in New Orleans, obviously. So this is actually something new that I saw this time. It probably it's probably been there, but I'll be using this soon, probably on like some baked chicken or something like that. But as you can see, we definitely use that Zatarain's cayenne pepper. I put cayenne pepper on just about everything. My oldest son, he uses cayenne pepper just about on everything. Um, we have the dehydrated sweet bell peppers. You can see a little bit. I like to use that in a lot of different like gravies. Gravy, meatloaf, just baked chicken or something like that. I like putting that in. Um, there's blackened seasoning. Again, that's good on chicken, um, like jerk chicken or even fish. But I'm thinking I might want to try it on some ribs just to see what happens. Um, green onion, we use that. Chopped green onions, we use that a lot. So I bought two of those, but yeah, that should last a bit because I still have like one or two in the cabinet right now. So moving on, I don't drink coffee, but my mom does, and so got the Cafe Du Monde coffee and chicory. So she has like two or three of those, and also Cafe Du Monde, the beignet mix, French donuts. Um, as you saw on the thumbnail. So this this little story right here. Okay, so red bean seasoning, not red beans and rice seasoning, but red bean seasoning. This makes your life like a little bit easier. Instead of having to cut up all the different seasonings and figure out, what kind of seasoning you want to use in your beans, First of all, you can use red bean seasoning in any bean. Um, like I mentioned earlier, you have the red kidney beans, you have the Great Northerns, which is white beans, and then you have pinto beans. I mean, honestly, I like pinto beans the most, but I would eat any of them. And this is a side note, my dad made like the best red beans. But anyway, um, I'm sure there's quite a few people that'll be like, yeah, that's true. So back to the red bean seasoning. It's a little packet. Move that to the side. This whole bin is red bean seasoning. So obviously, when you're packing your suitcase down, you don't want this box. It's going to take up too much room. So what I did was took them out, and you can see I bought a lot of them. So imagine being in the store in New Orleans, and I have probably 25 of these boxes on the belt to pay for it at the store. So, along with the beans and the seasoning and stuff like that. So imagine, I'm watching the cashier basically ring up each one of these boxes, and, her face is blank. She's not saying anything, but at the same time, you can tell that she's wondering, like, okay, why does she need all these red bean seasoning boxes? So I decided to tell her. I said, yeah, well, I live in California now, so when I come down here, I, like to stock up on stuff. And she was like, oh, I was wondering because that's that's a lot of red bean seasoning. And she was like, are you serious? California, doesn't have this? And I was like, I said, no. I said there was one place that had it, but it was like almost $5 a box. In New Orleans, it's like anywhere between like $1.50 and $3. So it's a huge savings. So she was shocked about that, but everything in California is pretty much higher. So back to the story, she was like, yeah, I was ringing it up. And I just said, well, I just figured you really like red beans and you was having like a red bean party or something like that. So I just started laughing. And I told her, I said, no, nothing like that. I said, this is going to last us, probably a year. But like I said, I have a lot of them. And we use it at least once or twice a month. So stocked up on that. And I went to visit a couple other stores. This little wallet, I needed a wallet that's separate from like my cards and stuff like that. I wanted like a wallet that I just keep like my cash or whatever in, even though I don't really have cash on me often. I just don't like digging around for cash, and my cards might fall out, something like that. So anyway, to make a long story short, that's my excuse. That's just my excuse for buying this wallet. I liked it. My favorite color is pink, and I love roses, and it has my hometown on it. So I say, why not? All right. So the next thing is, for years now, probably like since 2016, 2017, I've been ordering items from Fleur de Kim. I will have her info in the top left corner. While you're watching the video, you'll be able to see it. But Fleur de Kim, she sells a lot of Saints stuff. But don't get it twisted. She will customize anything. This is a hat that we went into the store for the first time. Cowboy hat or cowgirl hat with the fleur de lis on it. And my mom's been eyeing it for a long time on Florida Kim's website, and she finally got her hands on it and she had to get it. So I'm happy for her. I like it. So don't be surprised if you see me wearing it, because I'm always wearing my mom's stuff. Really good prices, really good customer service. Check them out. Like, I'm never disappointed. So because I'm so extra, this is the hat that I got. I love it. If you can see, it says Noya. Has the fleur-de-lis, it has the bling. Pretty much matches my face mask. And I love it. I've already worn this hat twice since I've been home. And I'll be wearing it more. My team isn't doing too well right now, but guess what? That doesn't change anything for me. It's my home team. It's the only team that I'm a fan of, and that's just it. So here's a couple of other things that I got from Florida Kim. It was time for another fleur-de-lis necklace. I love it. I absolutely love it. And now that I've shown you, now I feel better about wearing it. And all right, so there's the necklace. There are the earrings. Now I've been eyeing these for maybe a month, but thankfully I was able to go in person to Florida Kim, into the store, and I picked out the ones that I wanted, and I love them. I will be wearing them when the Saints play in London on Sunday. So maybe we'll have a video, maybe we won't, because that game is going to be really early. So I hope you enjoyed the haul, and I'll be doing some videos on making my red beans. They're not going to taste like my dad's, but they're still good. Whenever I do the beignet mix, I'll do a video and show you. And until then, stay on the grow.